What a way to start this video. Okay, that's better. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to today's video, which is gonna be so much fun. I have waited for this video to happen. I'm one of those girls who shops at like book sales. I don't really buy new releases very often because they're just so expensive. But in today's video, all of that is gonna change. I'm gonna be reading only new releases for a week. This should be fun. I feel like it's gonna be really fun because you guys are gonna watch my reactions to these new releases. It normally takes me a while to get my hands on new releases. This time, somehow it's different. I have 3 books lined up for today's video, and I actually have my hands on all 3 of them currently, which is crazy. So I'm really excited for today's video. Let's go ahead and get right on into it. Okay, everyone. Brace yourselves, please, because the first book we are reading for today's video is, drumroll please, Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry. Oh my gosh, you guys know how much I love Emily Henry. I have pretty much all of her books. Like, the second her books come out in paperback, they are bought by me. I am the biggest Emily Henry stan ever to exist, which I know everyone says that, but no. Hey, y'all don't have anything on me. I feel like every single year when a new Emily Henry book comes out, I'm like, it's Christmas. It genuinely feels like Christmas Day. That's how it feels to me. I feel like I'm a child waking up on Christmas Day. So Great Big Beautiful Life came out, I think like a month or 2 ago, and I finally got my hands on it. So we're still gonna consider this a new release because it's new to me. I got it on Kindle and I'm so excited. I cannot wait. All that I know about it is it follows these 2 writers who are both trying to write a story about, I believe it's this older woman's life, and both of them are kind of competing to write about her life. So without further ado, let's go ahead and let's start Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry. I'm so excited. First line of Great Big Beautiful Life says, there's an old saying about stories and how there are always 3 versions of them, yours, mine, and the truth. The guy who first said it worked in the film business, but it holds true for journalism too. We're not really supposed to take sides, we're supposed to deal in facts. Facts add up to truth. It needed to happen. Our 2 characters are meeting. I believe Margaret is the one who is going to be like who they're writing the story about, and our main character meets her and says, I was just trying not to get my hopes up. It didn't work, never does, but I keep trying. And then Margaret says, really? She sounds amused. I tend to have the opposite problem, can't help but expect the worst from people. She flashes a smile. It's both dazzling and sad. Sazzling. I feel like I'm just really gonna like Margaret, the one that are like 2 journalists. I don't think they're authors, I think they're journalists. They're both gonna be writing a story about Margaret's life, I'm pretty sure. I feel like Margaret is very similar already to her main character in The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. It very much reminds me of Evelyn Hugo. And the way it talks about Margaret is very cool because I don't know how else to explain it. It's just like, she feels really like dazzling. Like, she supposedly disappeared like 20 years ago, and then they're like, she reaches out to the journalists to like basically have them write about her life because she finally wants to like talk about her life, but also like she disappeared from the spotlight like 20 years ago. I can't wait to figure out exactly why. I know it's gonna be like a scandal or something, I'm hoping, so I can't wait to figure that out. This book is already just so much fun. I don't know if I love or hate Hayden yet. We're gonna have to sit with that for a minute. I'm just indifferent to him right now. I don't really care that much about him, if I'm being honest. Oh goodness. Okay guys, I think you know what this means. It is update time. I have a few things to say about Great Big Beautiful Life. I'm currently almost halfway through the book right now. I really love it. I truly do. I feel like every Emily Henry book, I always say I love it, but I'm being honest. Like, I truly love this book so much already. Both of our main characters I absolutely adore. I feel like the guy is trying to fight with his head of like not actually liking her because he doesn't want to start something with her, and then like he gets the job. The guy is a more well-known author, so kind of right now you're expecting the guy to get the job. Like, that's kind of the thing, that's the common consensus. And you can tell that he likes our female main character so much. Like, anytime she runs into him, he seems like he's just entranced by her. Like, I hate the male characters in books when they like say something, but then like in their perspective, it's like, I actually didn't mean to say that. I don't know why I said that. It's like, then why'd you say it? Like, one of the biggest quotes that I feel like explains that just literally I feel like is gonna stick with me forever. I don't remember the quote exactly. Basically, the guy is saying something about our female main character, and she's like, oh, you mean I'm naive? And he's like, no, if I meant that, I would have said that. And it's like, We love a guy who says what he means. The only like small complaint that I have with this book is the fact that it is a romance book, but I feel like the romance is not the forefront of the book. The forefront of the book is actually this older lady's life. Like, it's following this older lady's life, and she's the one getting interviewed. She's the one who grew up in the spotlight. Like, that's who they're writing about, and you're following her life. It's not that I'm gonna say Miss Ives' life isn't interesting, because it is interesting, but I feel like it's giving very similar like Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo vibe, where it's not gonna be interesting until the end. That's how I feel right now. It does like start dragging a little bit when we get to her like background and stuff, and she's like telling her story. It does drag a little bit because I just don't think it's interesting enough. And we can tell right now Miss Ives is not telling like the complete full truth. Like, she's hiding a few things until the end. So when she's like telling the story, it's like, it's obviously kind of a mystery aspect element in there. I'm already obsessed with our two main characters. I can't wait until they end up together. Now it's the morning and I already know this book is going to be finished today. I have my pajama pants literally on as we speak. That's how much I wanted to talk about the book. I literally woke up and I'm like, I need to speak. So I'm gonna continue reading Great Big Beautiful Life. Those are really all of my thoughts right now. I just love all of our characters so much. I'm really interested in Miss Ives' like mystery aspect to her backstory, like what happened in Miss Ives' life that she's not sharing. So anyways, I'm gonna continue reading. I'm hoping to finish the book today. Those are all of my thoughts. I will see you guys when I feel the need to update next, but for right now, let's continue reading Great Big Beautiful Life. Margaret keeps dodging these questions. She's literally the one who's like getting interviewed and she's dodging the questions, so I'm so confused. I'm like, there has to be something that she's hiding and not willing to share yet, and I can't wait to figure out what it is. I need a good payoff. I need a good payoff, because like she's straight dodging questions. If you knew me at all, you wouldn't try to keep me small. Okay, everyone. Hello. I have some updates on Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry. I've been reading the book honestly in any little pocket of time that I've had, which isn't a lot. So I feel like I should have the book done by now, but honestly, like, I've had way too much going on. So I've been trying to find times to read the book. But I do have an update. Let me grab my Kindle wherever it is. I love Emily Henry. I love her writing. It's just so easy to comprehend, and it like hits so hard also. I will say though, this is not gonna be my most favorite Emily Henry book. I don't feel that. Like, I don't feel like that's in the cards. In like the grand scheme of all romance books, this is very top tier to me. I truly just love Emily Henry's writing so much that honestly is what makes the book. Now, Hayden is a very popular journalist and Alice isn't. Alice is not as well known as Hayden, so she already has this like, I guess, idea that it's gonna be a lot harder for her to be the one picked. So I like following Alice. I really enjoy her storyline. Even if Hayden's kind of being like a little bit off-put to her, she still is like super friendly, and I love Alice for that. I just feel like she is such like a sunshiny character, and I'm obsessed with that. Now Hayden, don't even get me started on Hayden. Like, normally when I read about men in books, like the first thing I want to do is push them down a cliff. I don't know why. It's just, that's how I feel. But Emily Henry, her books are always so different for me because I just love her male main characters so much every time. She writes them so well, and it makes me like kind of have hope in men sometimes, which is a scary thing to have. That's a scary thing to be happening right now. But I just love Hayden so much. I feel like he's very headstrong, and he's very like this and this. Like, he makes sure that everything is like in order, but at the same time, like, he says what he means. Like that, oh my god, most massive green flag literally in the history of ever. I love Hayden. And it's kind of killing me because I actually like being a man hater. So this is like a weird new path. Yeah, I just feel like I'm really enjoying this book. That's pretty much all that I have to say right now. The interesting thing about this book though is that Margaret Ives is kind of lying to them. Like, she's telling these like little lies, or she'll like try to do a roundabout version of the story that she's telling. And Hayden and Alice both understood that Margaret is lying a little bit. Like, truly right now, my mind is jumping to the extremes. And because Margaret's telling these like little white lies or trying to do a roundabout way of the story, I'm convinced that Margaret killed someone. I'm also convinced that like Margaret is dying, so that's why she's trying to like get this story out. But she's not gonna let them release it, or like she's not gonna tell them the end of it or tell them what she did until like she's literally like 2 seconds away from death. So I'm nervous. I love Margaret so it's gonna hurt my heart if she did something bad. Oh my god, like I understand her so much, like for some reason, that like, yes, I have that same urge to just like disappear and go live in a cabin in the middle of the woods. Like truly, yeah. So, like I don't understand fully the soul tie between me and characters like that, but me and Margaret, we have a soul tie like this. So I really hope she didn't do anything crazy and horrible, but I'm pretty sure she did. I'm gonna continue reading because if I continue talking, I'm going to spoil things and I don't want to. I don't want to do that in today's video. Let's continue reading Great Big Beautiful Life. I have pretty much all day and I think I'm gonna finish the book today. What else would I be doing? I'm unemployed and graduated. Today is gonna be a reading day. We are going to finish Great Big Beautiful Life today. I'm setting that intention. We are gonna do it. Margaret has been carrying this burden of like, she's the one who's supposed to keep this legacy alive. And to know that like eventually she disappeared and she was like, I can't keep doing this anymore because she finally did something for herself. Is it bad that I love Margaret? Like truly love her. Wow. They're so cute. Oh my god. Oh my god, I love them. Guys, I have to read you this quote. It literally says, I find myself thinking that maybe every bit of heartbreak in life can be rearranged and used for something beautiful. That it doesn't really matter whether I chose this path or I was born onto it, so long as I stop and appreciate the path itself. That just rewired my brain chemistry. I feel like every single time I read an Emily Henry book, oh yeah, Bryn's brain just got completely rewired. Like, I swear when I read an Emily Henry book, like those little people that are like up in my brain and like putting things in the right compartments, they're having a field day because they have to keep changing it around. Love this book and I'm so close to being done. Oh my god, that was the last page. I literally just turned the page and I'm done with the book. I like knew that it was ending and this was like an evident thing. I'm not gonna sit here and act like it was an abrupt ending by Emily Henry at all. It's just I was hoping for more. Wow, that was insane. Guys, it's that time, okay? Bryn is here officially with her review of Great Big Beautiful Life. I feel like every Emily Henry book that I read, you guys already know that I'm going to enjoy it. Like, it's just something instilled within me where like the author is Emily Henry, like it's immediately going to be a good book for me. And I try so hard to not set that standard for her, and I try to like pretend like it's any other author because I don't want my reviews to be like biased at all. And I think that I do a very good job at that, but then it seems crazy to a lot of people when I keep rating all of her books high, but it's like I know what I like. I'm gonna give it a 4 stars. That was such a good book. You can tell when the author like really cares about these characters and makes them really care about each other. The only gripe that I have with the book is that Margaret's story would drag at certain points because you're getting like the romance, but you're also like the whole focal point of the video is also like Margaret's story, and we're obviously learning things from Margaret's story. I do think at times with the interviews it got very like boring in a sense. Like it was just dragging a little bit, and then there would be like this information that you're getting about Margaret's life because it's literally an interview. And basically this isn't a dual POV book. Some Emily Henry books are dual POV, this one isn't. And basically we're only following Alice, which thank God, because honestly I understand why it's not a dual POV, because if you're following Hayden too, like, oh, I would be so like done. I would be so done with like all of the Margaret stuff. I loved it to an extent. It was interesting because it's like Margaret literally grew up in the spotlight. Like it's an interesting story. Let's just put it that way. But I do think at points it got like really just like, okay, like why do I care type of situation. Those are all of my opinions on Great Big Beautiful Life. I love the way Emily Henry writes. Like her writing is just top tier to me, truly, and that didn't change in this book. I think literally you can't go wrong with any of her books. Like if you want a feel-good romance book but also one that has like very deep multifaceted characters, Emily Henry is the girl for you. You need to immediately run to her, okay? Run to her arms and don't ever leave. So anyways, with all that being said, my final rating for Great Big Beautiful Life is 4 stars. Let's move on to our next book of today's video, which I'm really excited for because I just got this on Libby. Oh my god, the stars are aligning for me because I wanted to read this book in today's video, but I didn't know if that would be a possible thing because like I just didn't think that I would have it in time. Stars are aligning. Something up there loves me. So it's Fearless by Lauren Roberts. I am so excited. It's gonna be a great time. I already know it. This is the final book in the Powerless trilogy. The first book was so good and hooked me so much that like I can't move on with my life because that book was so good. The second book was, it kind of fell flat for me, if I'm being honest. The second book was kind of like stagnant, and I heard the third book is very similar to the first book in the way of like it's not a stagnant book. It has a lot going on, so I'm really excited to read it. I know everyone loves Kai and Peyton. I do too, okay? Don't start like going there, okay? I do love Kai and Peyton, but Kit is my main man. I just feel like I understand him on such a different level, and he does things that are wrong, and he had a little villain arc for a minute there, but I remember Kit from the first book, and he was such like a sunshine boy. Seeing the way that he had to change after this big event happened in him and his brother's life, just hurt. It just really hurt. Like, no secret, and it's not a spoiler, that Kit ended up having to like take over the kingdom and he has to be the king, so that obviously made him like have to grow thick skin. Underneath all of that, Kit is still a sunshine boy, and I need to see that come out. Oh my god, because he's having a villain arc right now and I can't stand to see the hate towards Kit because I understand him on such a deep level. So anyways, I'm really excited to see Kit in this book. If you guys don't know what this book is about, I'll give you kind of the rundown of Powerless, the first book. You are following Kai and you're following Peyton, and basically the people in this world, they either have powers or they don't, and the people who have powers are like more elite and they get to like live well. The people who don't have powers and are powerless don't get those perks. There's like this game that happens for all the people who have powers, and it's very, very similar to the Hunger Games. Like that's the only way I would really describe it. Like they all get put in an arena and they get put through like these different trials and things like that. Peyton doesn't have powers, but she lies that she has powers and she pretends like she's like a psychic. Now it's also a romance between Kai and Peyton. Obviously, if I'm gonna read a fantasy book, it's going to be romantasy. I love them both. They are both such strong leads, and the way Kai is such a simp for Peyton literally is like the best thing ever, because you normally don't get that like to that extreme in like fantasy books. He is in the same category as like Conrad to me, like in the sense that, I will be honest, I already did start this book. I was gonna lie and be like I didn't, but when I first got this book, I did start it. So I already have things highlighted. Like, that's insane. I only got to chapter 4, so we're gonna be starting off on chapter 4. So I'll see you guys tomorrow when I officially start Fearless. I'm so excited. One thing that I love about this book so far is that Kai and Kit, by the way, I don't think I prefaced this, but they are brothers. The biggest thing to me about Kai and Kit is the fact that in the first book, you kind of saw them as like actual like brothers, like they got along pretty well, but they would bicker a little bit. But then towards the end of the first book, it kind of like fell off track a little bit. In the second book, it was actually like Kai kind of hated Kit. In this book, you're getting like a few cute scenes of them being brothers again. It's just making my whole life. I'm on chapter 38 right now, by the way. I'm just so glad that Kai and Kit are now at a place where like they're back to their bantering, they're back to their bickering. The end of this book, I really hope that everything's all sunshine and rainbows. Anyways, that's all I really feel about this book right now. I'm on chapter 38. I'm gonna continue reading because I am 56% through. I really want to finish this book today. I have the most perfect view that I'm staring at. I'm so comfy cozy in my cabin. It's like the perfect in-between fall weather right now in Florida, where like it's still warm enough, it's not like deathly hot. I can nicely sit. We don't choose our fate, remember? But I would choose you every time if only I could. This wedding better be called off. This wedding better be called off. I'm telling you guys, if this wedding is not called off, put me in a straitjacket if this wedding isn't called off, because I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm gonna lose it. I still have an hour left of this book. Oh my god. Forgot to address, yes, the layout of my cabin did change. You think you're losing your mind, you're not. I'm nearing the end. I'm currently 80% through. As much as it feels like things are wrapping up right now, because I know it's a fantasy book, so normally in fantasy books it'll go like crazy plot twist happening, like oh my god, stressful, and then it'll wrap itself up at the very, very end. So I know that's what's happening right now, but for some reason still every fiber of my being is like heart pounding, like I'm like, if this doesn't turn out how I want it to turn out, what was all of this for? Oh my god, and I just love Kai and Peyton so much. I have so much love in my heart for these characters, and especially Kit. Oh my god. Every single thing that's happening with Kit right now, nope, I actually can't handle it. And I hate how he's like made out to be this villain. He's doing it for his kingdom. He doesn't have a choice. He got thrown into being the king the second his father died. He didn't even get a chance to like deal with this grief. He's trying to do the right thing. So if I hear one person, one singular soul, literally if anyone hates on Kit ever in life, I want to sucker punch them in the face. Like I will show up to your house and sucker punch you in the face if you're hating on Kit, because I just understand Kit on such a different level, and I understand why he does the things he does. Like that doesn't mean that the things he does is good. Taking his brother's bride is crazy work, but for the good of his kingdom, and I know that if he had a different option he would take the other option. He just does not have any other options right now. So I'll see you guys when I finish the book. That'll probably be the last time I update about this book. I'm just so stressed right now, and I think I'm just gonna sit here and like try to make this book fly by so I can figure out what the ending is. I don't think I can take another pause. And Callum too. Callum having to watch Peyton go